ها لا. انا دقيقة. لا اله الا الله. ها. انا شوف وشلون ادخل بث وش شو اسم القناة شو اسم هذا. ها. شلون يا ساتر وش ذا. وش بتويتش ولا يوتيوب انت وش حطيت؟ ايه طلع لي. لا 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 مو وش ذا بلاك اوبس. الحين هذا شلون طلع. وش اسم اللعبة تقول لي؟ وش صوته طيب؟ شو. هلا. وش قبل. دقيقة عرفت كيف أفعل. أيوه والله. إيه بس.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Flex those arms. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the... Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Smirked! Slice and dice. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were... The child could have... There's no doubt you're the child. And that... It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction. Asks if you were tired. The Nono's key in it. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but I... You... He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. You can already... He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. He lost you there for a while, but no... The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse, the Toxanol... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merkpuff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. The road ahead won't be easy. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. Regardless, you'll meet again one. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. It's a bridge. Just get over it. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intent. He's grateful for that.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. Should hold up. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Kibijabadest, Plevmak, Nishman.
Sibi? La panen a ginkanman. Geratna fal hutut mus. Tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on... He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 10. He's convinced you... The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages. The Sifu says it's time to set the... If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping... The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident... Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even... They might bring... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle. Once you've dealt with the rival's outposts... Anyway, the memories you make... You have things to do, places to go to. Says...
باقي لنا تقريبا 10 تروفيات خلاص خلصنا الصعب منه باقي الصعب هي كلها سهلة كلها مؤلفين
Says there's an interesting place. Needs a logical reason to reveal the secret.
سوي مهمات الجانبية وسوي المدري وش وسوي مهمة معينة اذبح مدري مين ضارب مدري مين وهكذا. لا لسه باقي لي 10 تروفيات بس كلها سهلة. عم سيني طلعت الصعب.
Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is as you'll figure it out eventually. Shine. Says...
جبتوها؟ يلا معكم بس خلينا نخلص من دايما. المهم
Says the shop holds something. Says you'll get a special price and a wrap-up on the double.
مو بنازله ولا عشان ننتبه القوة. ما القوة بس امزح معك. تدمع اصلا يمكن تنزل شهر 6 هي. حماتي بتشوف حلماتي؟ لا واضح.
The vendor says you can browse his goods any time during opening hours. Says you're in. Look for a fair deal.
ايش؟ وشو؟ اي يجيبون لك مثلا قطع، مثلا واحد يقول لك
Says there's an interesting place nearby. Says there's an. Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it.
عندي فيروس في الجهاز، شيل الفيروس زي كذا يعني. حلوة يعني. تقدر تطور من العدة حقتك والاشياء هذه، تقدر تنظف البي سي اذا كان وسخان. يقول لك
Thinks Myriad and Lotus would make a tough match-up these days. Seems. The vendor says you can browse his goods.
ما ادري، يلا قدام بس خلنا نخلص من هذه وذا فورست.
Warwetswan Zama Tape, Wabo Wella, Tawabu. Warwetswan Zama Tape, White, Ever 7 day. Watipe, you know, Pepe Lama Baby.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the... Let's see.
وش والله شوف هي ما تنفع الا للناس اللي يفهمون، اذا ما تفهم لا طلب. والله بدأت فيها وسحبت، ما سحبت بس يعني هذا بورد.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. You're half dead. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see.
احذفوه. عالية.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
في لعبة اسمها My Name is مايو، اللي تقعد تضغط على العلبة والله الماي ما أجرقه بمكوك يا خليف تقعد تعضله.
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? But you need practice. Lots of practice.
اي صح نزلوا لنا شو اسمه ذا ايبك جيمز حطوا لنا
You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
تنزل الاضافه حقت ردد بكره.
The dead... You should know. Practice makes perfect. As long as she'll see you at the village square. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest... He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on.
في كار ميكانيكال في ار
He wonders what usefulness you found.
ما ادري.
He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
خلاص هو تمم الموضوع خلاص. احس اني انا جالس على زب الولي قاعد انقل.
You did well, but he... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Amun.
غيران.
They look determined. Better watch out.
Ole Olaga.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
Alu Ea.
He's not scared of anything, least of all you.
Magmut Savannah, Aripotisi.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Mutasavana, Aripotisi.
You'll have to face pain at some point.
يقول لك الزق على طريق. لا الزق على طريق.
Anson bara.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Andro?
She said,
Bola kamu nomor Andro?
it's time to focus on your training now.
Kodo toko.
You won't need excuses if you are strong. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
قاطوة ولا شاطوة؟